Hey guys, this is Dragon Rockstar here, coming with you another deck profile, which my updated 60 card Shaddoll Lightsworns. Now, a lot of you guys requested this over the test hands, and this is actually updated a little bit better. I finally got my hands on a second Ash Blossom, so I'm testing that out as I go. And then I also got another surprise that's in the main deck as well. Instead of a second Black House Soldier for the beginning, I get a different card to switch out with that. I've been testing it. It so far works. The extra deck hasn't been seeing much change, but the main deck and side deck has been changed. So let's just go ahead and get this started. We'll go off with the main deck. Yet again, this is a 60 card Lightsworn deck, so there's a lot to dig through and a lot to get through. So let's go ahead and do the Shaddolls. Nothing has changed over the Shaddolls lineup. Run 2 Shaddoll Beasts, 2 Shaddoll Hedgehogs, 1 Shaddoll Dragon, 1 Shaddoll Squamata, and 1 Shaddoll Falco. They all have their purposes. Shaddoll Falco, I think, is kind of the worst one to play in the deck, but it's still a good effect because it can help you recycle Shaddoll Beasts, so I run it because of that. Hedgehog helps you search. Shaddoll Dragon gets rid of stupid stuff that you cannot deal with. And Squamata just helps you get your resources to the graveyard faster. So that's it for the Shaddolls. For the Lightsworn parts, Lightsworns haven't changed much. I'm still going to run the 2 of Raiden, the 2 of Lumina, the Triple Wolf, and then the double Felice. Now, Felice, on the other hand, has been helping me a lot more than people think. I did this one effect where I tribute Felice to get rid of my opponent's card effect, and I end up with 2 wolves and a Shaddoll Beast. Now, it was disgusting for my opponent, but it was funny as hell just to see. And then 2 Raidens because I don't want to see him all the time, but I do want to see him sometimes. So it's just like that one certain thing that you want to see, but you don't want to see. So it's alright how it is. 2 Lumina because it helps you recycle your Lightsworns, and plus helps you with Link plays. I love it because of that. And then Triple Wolf because it's Wolf. Wolf is the best Lightsworn in the whole entire deck, period. In my personal opinion. For the Planet Engine, which is same old, triple, Plant over Scorpio, the 1 Cobra, and then the 1 Blow Up Ball. Now these are always going to stay the same and probably much will never get changed. This is so far the best normal summon in the deck because it helps you get Brilliant Fusion, helps you get Shaddoll Fusion, helps you get El Shaddoll Fusion, and it also helps you get Super Polymerization. All amazing pluses and such, and I personally will main deck them all. There is some purposes where I want to try to get myself, not Colossus, the Thunder Dragon, not the Colossus one, the other one. I just don't remember what its name was. But you guys can let me know down in the comments what that one is. I'd like to know. Please let me know. But that one other Thunder Dragon monster, because if you're going against Thunder Dragon Dangers, you can play Super Polymerization and just go on from there. And fuse their monster and just summon out, fuse 2 of their monsters if need be, and summon out your own very own, what was it? I think it's called Titan. Yeah, Shaddoll, or not, Thunder Dragon Titan. I think that's what it is. But this is just your main normal summon, the best normal summon in the deck. Glow Up Ball is just, I don't really use Glow Up Ball for synchro plays. I use it for more of link plays, which always helps out. So for the plants. Now for the best tuner in the deck is Triple Disturdo. Sorry that I don't have another super rare. I couldn't get me another one. It's going to be probably tomorrow. I'll probably end up getting one or such. Who knows? He's really easy to get. But Triple Disturdo because it's the one best tuner in the deck. It just helps you with your plays. It helps you with your combos. It's mainly for Black Rose targets, so it helps out from there. For the hand traps, which I won't change up the hand traps, which I did a few parts, but I won't change them based on what's going on in the format. I like all these ratios of hand traps because I like having different variants of hand traps in my hand at all times. Double Effect Veller. Now, a lot of people tell me when you're running Effect Veller, you should try Ash Blossom, but I'm also running 2 Ash Blossoms and then 2 Ogres. The reason why I'm running 2 Ash because I only own me 2 Ash Blossoms, so I want to keep it at 2. Anyways, even if I get me a 3rd one, Ogre is good. It's good against certain decks and it's bad against certain decks, so it's a good card to side deck out. Effect Pillar is good against almost all decks, and then Ash is good against different variants of decks. I'm personally will keep them all at 2s. I won't run 3 of each. I'd rather see a different variety of hand traps, like I said. That's it for all the hand traps. For the Clown Engine, 1 damage juggler, 1 clown, or trick clown, and double hat trigger. All the same, and personally will never cut out any of them. Hat trigger is good. Personally, I won't ever play it at 3. I think 2 is good enough. 3 can be a little bit clogged sometimes because your opponent might not always have 2 monsters on the field. So it's there just to help you out with resources. So yeah, that's it for the clowns. For the other monsters, there's 1 Revolve Golem, 1 Goblin Berg. Same monsters I'm always going to run. I will never cut these monsters out. Excuse me there. Revival Golem is just a free special summon on the board, and then Goblin Berg helps you get like Raid in and bricks at your hand. So yeah. For the 2 boss monsters of the deck, I run 1 Blacklist Soldier on the beginning, same as always, and then 1 Chaos Dragon Levenair, if I said that right. They're both good. Both have strong effects, and this deck has a lot of lights and darks in the deck for you to pull off both of them. So I like them both. This actually won me a game or 2 against a few of my friends up here where I live. It's actually pretty cool. I personally will never cut out either of them. If I can get my hands on a second Blacklustre Soldier at the beginning, I will do so. But until then, once I get my hands on another one, I will be playing 2 Blacklustre Soldiers of one of the beginnings, and I'll keep the 1 Levenair. Overall, they're both powerful and both have good, amazing effects. And then the 1 Garnet for the Brilliant Fusion combo, so yeah. For the spells, Triple Charge the Light Brigade just helps you get your boards, helps you mill, get your resources to the graveyard as fast as possible for link plays. Triple Solar Recharge because you are running a big deal of Lightsworn monsters in your deck, so they both have their purposes. For the Shaddoll Fusion spells, Triple Shaddoll Fusion, it personally is the best card ever. 1 El Shaddoll Fusion, 1 Super Polymerization, and 1 Brilliant Fusion. As soon as I get my hands on a second El Shaddoll Fusion, I might run 2 and 2 because of the combos I can do, or maybe find enough room to run another one. But these all have powerful card effects. Brilliant Fusion just helps you because it's Brilliant Fusion. It's extender by itself. Super Poly is just Super Poly. El Shaddoll Fusion is just El Shaddoll Fusion. And Triple Shaddoll Fusion. I'm starting to run Triple Shaddoll Fusion rather than 2 because there's points where you're in this deck you always want to go second, so this is the best card to pull off. They negate it. You can play the other one if you draw 2 of them and they negate the first one. You can play the other one. It's not going to hurt you there, and it's broken. Those are all for the fusion spells. Now for the 2-ofs of every other spell card. Double Pot of Desires. It's a 60 card deck, might as well. I don't like 3 because, excuse me. Oh, my nose is running today. Oops. 2 Pot of Desires because Desires is Desires. It's good. It's busted. I won't really boost it up to 3 because, there's many times where I did Desires into a Desires, so it kind of hurt. But personally, playtesting, and 2 is perfect for this type of deck. Double Mind Control. This is busted. I do this all the time for against my opponents. I'll take their monsters and just use them for link plays or XC plays. It's busted. XE plays, synchro plays. This is just busted. I'm gonna run as soon as I can get my second hand on another one of these. I'm running 3. I think I'd be broken to run 3. Double Call by the Grave against hand traps. Personally, you are going second, so you don't want to run 3 of these because it could block or clog you. So yeah, I like 2. It works perfectly. Most of my other deck profiles I run 3, but here I think this works perfectly at 2. And then for the 1-ups, the extenders is 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn, and 1 1-for-1. Both have their purposes. 1-for-1 might be a card I might be cutting out in the future, but for now it works perfectly good how it is. Monster Reborn is good because it just helps you get Uh, just helps you get a board presence there. It helps you recycle your monsters. That way you can use it for more link plays. I usually do this just to special summon the El Shaddoll monster I usually link away with. So I can so if I special summon El Shaddoll Winda, I might end up linking away with it, which is my special summon, but she has to currently be on the field for that effect to resolve. I'll link away with her, special summon like, somebody else, and then end up doing Monster Reborn to bring her right back. So it's just more pluses, and then Foolish Burial just helps you get resources to the graveyard faster. Let's see, I'll probably go for the side deck next, because these two are, both main deck and side deck both got changes, so let's go ahead. For the side deck, double Drone Lockbird. It's another good hand trap to run in this type of deck, and personally I would never even cut this out. It's good against Thunder Dragon Dangers, or Danger Thunder Dragons, or just pure on Dangers, Danger Dark World. This card's broken against those because it just prevents them from doing anything. So 2 Drone Lockbirds are good how it is. Double Danko Sekka. This is good against some Thunder Dragons. Not so much good against them. But against any other deck that's back row heavy, it's amazing against. So you play this against Thunder Dragons, they're going to use it for their own potentials, especially some of the Colossus and such like that. I never really side decked her against those type of decks because they just get pluses off that. I usually go for like Drone Lockbirds more, so. But Dekaseka is good against like back row heavy decks. No Dino Wrestler Prinkletops. The reason why I run this card is because it's busted. It needs to be played. I don't run it at 3. I'm trying to make it where my side deck works perfectly against all certain decks. 3 of this could be cloggy sometimes, but 2 works perfectly how it is. It's good against everything. It's just a free body on the board and a free just popper. Here's something that's changed at the side deck, mostly, is I run double Raw Spear modes. Now, the reason why I run Raw Spear mode is because when you're going second, your opponent will have a board, and you just use this to get over that board. It's broken, it's busted. Sorry about that. It's broken, it's busted, and it can help you get rid of your opponent's stuff. That way you can actually win the game. In the deck, you can see that there's so many extenders in the deck. It doesn't matter about that normal summon. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, so it's perfect because of that. For the only spell card on side deck is Triple Twin Twister. Self-explanatory, helps get rid of all that back row. And in this format, back row is usually a big problem, so Twin Twister helps get around that. I'm still going to be side decking Triple Rev Reboot. And the reason why I'm side decking Rev Reboot because it's the new trap card. I think it was Witch's Strike, Trap Tricks, any other card effects that's just like more of these trap cards are being run. Evenly Matched, this is really good against that. Infinite Appearance, this is amazing against that. It's just busted. I personally won't cut it out. I like Rev Reboot against those certain cards, even though this is good against Altergeist only. It's also good against Subterrors as well, because of what they do, and they have all their trap cards and such that just goes off with all their combos. So I think Rev Reboot's good at playing 3, and I personally will never cut it out. And then for the one card that actually seems to shut down Sky Strikers a lot is Imperial Order. Back in the day, I was running the Interior Bees, but as you guys can see in the actual deck, there's not enough, there's a lot of monsters in there. You can special summon Interior Bees, but an Interior Bees is just taking more room out of the extra deck than I expected, so I just run the Imperial Order instead. For the extra deck, which, like I said, has not changed as much, I will be probably changing it in the future. Maybe take out a few cards once I get my hands on another couple cards. But for the fusions, this is 1 El Shaddoll Construct, because Bay is back. 1 El Shaddoll, Sneak again? Something like that. I can never pronounce this guy's right. Like, his name is so hard to pronounce, but yeah, you only run 1. I usually use him for link plays more than anything, because it's the Earth, so it just helps me extend my boards from there. Double El Shaddoll Winda. Like I said before, you use Monster Reborn, and once you link away with her, you use Monster Reborn, special summon her back, and your opponent, you pass after you kill all your opponent's stuff. You pass, and your opponent looks at you like, damn, I can't get around that yet. And then 1 Gemini Seraphinite because of the Brilliant Fusion combo. That's all for the fusions. For the Synchros, 1 Black Rose, just helps get around problematic cards. 1 FA Dawn Dragster, it's a perfect card to run. I personally would never cut this out. I don't think anybody should cut this guy out personally. It's busted. It's so broken. It can negate actually evenly match, which I did not expect that. Doing a little bit of research, that can get around infinite occurrence as well. It's an amazing broken card. I like it. And then for the 1/8 is Warlord Savage Dragon. Busted card. During the sneak peek, I was the only one on my whole entire sneak peek who pulled this. Surprisingly to me, but it's busted. I personally would never cut him out. I think this deck can summon him a lot faster and a lot better, so that's why I run him at this. For the only XC I run is Bay, Minerva, as you can see. I love her so much. She's good at 1. She's probably going to be the only XC I'll probably keep in the main deck, because your Lightsworns, you can get 2 Lightsworn monsters in the field, overlay them, you can bring out Minerva and get more resources as a grave. Also, your Shaddoll monsters will activate once you use Minerva's effect to mill them, so it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, so it just gets more pluses off of that. For the links, I do run a decent amount of link too, so 1 Proxy Dragon, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, and 1 Lenphacificus, however you pronounce that card, right? It's a generic link monster. I usually use this for linking away my Sayuja or Curious, so that way I can have a link monster in the graveyard for Bull or Savage to go off. Nightmare Phoenix is good against back row decks. All decks these days don't really like back row decks because they stop their card effects and they stop from them playing. I don't like them either, so I use Nightmare Phoenix to get around certain things like that. And Proxy Dragons because you get Proxy Dragon on the field, you get like Shaddoll Winda, Fate Dawn Dragster, and stuff like that. I'll show you at the end what kind of board you'll probably end up with once you play this deck throughout. I'll show you the board at the end. 1 Curious, because Curious is a babe as well as Minerva. They're both busted, and I think they did wrong for making her, but it works perfectly as a card effect. I would never cut this out either. It's good at 1, so you don't really need 3. You don't need 2. It's good at 1. Unless you're playing a normal Lightsworn variant, then I think you should run maybe 2 of them. 1 Sayuja Skull Drag, because I do love drawing cards, and it's the best card. I think Konami should hit this to 1, because most variant decks these days are running more than 1. I think it deserves to go to 1. Then 1 Warlord Dragon. The reason why I run Warlord Dragon, not Boarsword Dragon, is because I can't get my hands on a Boarsword Dragon around where I live. But Warlord Dragon is just there because it's good against a lot of different decks that I thought it would be. I use this against a lot of my friends' rogue decks, and it's just somehow gets around them. For the board, as I said before, what you really want to see on the board is like at least maybe, hold on, let's see. You want to at least see a Proxy Dragon, the generic link monster, like I said. You're probably going to have Boiler Savage there. You're probably going to have maybe Shaddoll Winda over here. And then maybe, let's see, what I got. Ah, there she is. And then 1 Fate Dawn Dragster. Now, this is not ideally a broken board, but it's a board that you currently usually go for, which is pretty generic in this type of format. Try to scoot this down a little bit more so that you can see. There we go. But this is usually the board I usually go for. It's not really broken. It's not really the best, but it's good in certain circumstances. It's busted at some points, but it's good as well. You have Proxy Dragon to protect all your stuff. You have Warlord Savage also to protect all your stuff. You have Fate Dawn Dragster if you get evenly matched or such. And you prevent your opponent from like getting another special summon. So this is a good board. Plus, they have to figure out a way to get around Shaddoll Winda, Boarsword Dragon, and Fate Dawn Dragster, as well as Proxy Dragon, because Proxy Dragon will protect you. Yes, these two can get attacked over, but usually you'll prevent your opponent from even summoning a good attack beat stick monster on the board. So, overall, this is a perfect board you usually want to go for. Can't even grab the card. Oops. But overall, personally, this is the best deck I can come up with in this type of format. I think, overall, most people might think that this deck is kind of not as broken as they think, or could use a few different suggestions. But you guys let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, how you guys think I should change the deck, what cards or variants you guys think I can run. what kind of monsters I can run in the main deck as well. I would like to hear you guys' opinions and everything. Please let me know down in the comments below what other decks you guys want to see, because I can try to get my hands on certain other decks, but we'll see in certain circumstances what I can get my hands on. Even though, thank you guys so much. This is Dragon Rockstar signing out. Peace.